Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. Again, we're in this slow sports period. It's mostly baseball season, and it's on the All-Star break. So we have the All-Star game today. If you joined us yesterday, we decoded the Derby, and we found that a lot more lined up for Pete Alonso than anybody else. We said if he won, it would be a tribute to history, and sure enough, he did. And what made me laugh is he won with 57 home runs. Been here for any period of time, you've heard me say that 57 is the New York Mets number. And Pete Alonso plays for the Mets. We also decoded yesterday that his cousin was pitching to him named Derek Morgan. And Derek Morgan's 57 as well. So you just got to say, what are the odds? And the last 2 years, I've looked at the home run derby. Judge hit 47. Judge is 47. I forget. Harper had some tribute to 47 last year, too. It seems amazing to think how they pull this off by the numbers, but just year after year, it's just right in front of your face. So that's what I mean with the New York Mets and 57. And again, if you didn't know, his cousin Derek Morgan is pitching to him. We covered that yesterday in the live stream. And like we also talked about yesterday, Alonso was trying to pay tribute to Darryl Strawberry, the only other New York Met to win the Derby. And Strawberry's 57 years old at the time of this. And Darryl Strawberry did it 33 years ago. New York equals 33. Cleveland equals 33. Pete Alonso was the only guy whose name equaled the same thing as home run derby out of the 8 contestants. So quite a ritual. And that's probably part of the reason they had Yelich drop out. So congrats. In the first round yesterday, if you did it round by round, you did well too. We liked Guerrero Jr. to advance. We liked Peterson to advance. It was 78 days after his birthday. Cleveland equals 78. The date was 7/8. We liked Alonso to advance. And then Bell and Acuna Jr., there wasn't really anything that lined up for either of them. Acuna Jr. was the underdog against Bell. Bell was the favorite to win the whole thing. But we thought the guys with the best shot was Alonso had the strongest narrative, and if it wasn't him, it'd be Guerrero Jr. because it was his 115th day of his age. So anyway, if you bet round by round, I'm sure you did well yesterday. So that's nice. Nice to do well on a day where there's not a lot going on. Now, with regards to the All-Star game, again, this is going to be the 90th All-Star game. Progressive field equals 90 in both reduction ciphers. The American League's on a 6-game winning streak. If they win today, it'll be 7 straight. And if they won next year, it'd be 8 straight, which is interesting because the last time the National League won was 2012, and they won 8-0. So let me just read a little bit about this year's All-Star game, then see if we can pick out some important variables here. The 2019 Major League Baseball All-Star Game is the 90th. Hold on, let me make sure we're going. All right, we're going. Okay, that's good. Oh, and hold on. I got to make sure I have my phone, too, just in case anybody calls. Okay. I see somebody's been calling a lot this morning. Well, you can call back now. The 2019 Major League Baseball All-Star Game is the 90th Major League Baseball All-Star Game. The game will be hosted by the Cleveland Indians and is scheduled to be played at Progressive Field. Again, Progressive Field equals 90 in both reduction ciphers. Here, let's put it up real quick. In case you missed yesterday, Progressive Field, 90 and 90. It's interesting that the nation just turned 243 years old, too. Golden State Warriors, 243. Kawhi Leonard scored 243 in a single series. Anyway, the decision to name Cleveland the host city was announced on January 27th, 2017 by Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred. It will be the 6th All-Star game in Cleveland and the first since 1997. This will establish the Indians as the team to have hosted the most All-Star games, breaking a 4-way tie with Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Cincinnati. So Ohio getting a lot of that action. who have each hosted the game 5 times. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at all the All-Star games played in Cleveland. That information's got to be out there. That could be a huge clue. Just like how yesterday we noticed that the last time the home run derby was in Cleveland, it was won by a New York player for the Yankees, Tino Martinez, who has the same birthday as Pete Alonso. That was a big clue too. It is also the first time since 2014 that an American League team has hosted the event. So they did win in 2014. Again, they've won 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This All-Star game will also coincide with the 25th anniversary of Progressive Field. Well, think about how today's date can be written 9/7, like 97, the 25th prime, and make it the second All-Star game hosted by that ballpark. Okay, the last was in 97. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so there might be something going on there with the 97-25. That could even be a clue at the score. Alex Cora of the defending World Series champion Boston Red Sox will manage the American League, and Dave Roberts of the Los Angeles Dodgers will manage the National League for the second consecutive year. Okay. What's All-Star equal anyway? All-Star game. Okay. So today's the 112th day of the season. Remember yesterday was the 111th? New York's 111. That was another sign that the New York player might be taking the home run derby. And also the guy pitching to him, Derek Morgan, his name was also 111, as well as 57, like how Pete Alonso hit 57 home runs. The date numerology is 55, 28, 35, 16. And I know what I forgot to write up there. And July 9th is the 190th day of the year, leaving 175 days remaining. Okay. So you got Ryu of the Dodgers facing Verlander of the Astros, just like, well, Corey used to be the assistant manager on the Astros. Now he's the Red Sox. Okay, so you got the Dodgers manager and pitcher versus a Red Sox manager and a Astros pitcher. Okay. So Ryu, his birthday is March 25th, the 84th day of the year. It's 106 days after his birthday, or his 107th day of his age. What did I just see with All-Star? All-Star is 106. Okay, so All-Star 106. So that's perfect. And Verlander, it's 139 days after his birthday. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. American League. Again, American League's 115. It's the year of the 115th World Series. National League. Oh, well, that's interesting about National League. I got to document that. National League, because that's kind of like today's date. All right, let's see. All right. So Alex Cora, the game's 264 days after his birthday, which means his upcoming birthday is in 101 days. And then Dave Roberts, it's 39 days after his birthday. He's 47 years old right now, like Ohio's 47. Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, I just saw you said that the Kawhi Leonard scored, what was it, 243 points in the finals?
Not in the finals, but one of the series leading up. I can't remember if it was the Milwaukee.
Yeah, he had 171, and then I just Googled that. He had 171 in the finals. But you know what's interesting, Zach, is like you said, the Golden State Warriors equals 243, right?
Right.
It also equals 90. And it also equals 270, like 27, and 117 when you flip the alphabet around. These are the same numbers we've been seeing for the last few weeks with baseball.
That's true. That's true.
And I was just talking about that 117 with Nola yesterday, Aaron Nola having that where he pitched 117 games. So, yeah, this is all foreshadowing stuff for sure, man.
Well, the United States of America equals 117, and so does 13 when you write it out.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard scored 243 points in the conference semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phillies equals 92.
Yeah, that was the Philly series where he had the magic shot go in.
Oh,
that was the series where it was all synced up.
That was against the 76ers?
Yeah, that was the series where it was all synced up with his birthday and the prime numbers.
Well, you know, man, it's just still mind-blowing how they're doing it, but it's obvious they're doing it, and it's fucking technology. That's the only way they can do these things.
Did you see the Pete Alonso thing?
Which one? I saw I saw the video and the blog post you did on it.
Yeah, he hit 57. Even the guy pitching to him, his name equaled 57.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I took a nap and I woke up and I turned on the results of it, and I just started cracking up, man. When I saw that 57, I'm like, oh my God.
How do they do it?
It's just so ridiculous, man. But yeah, it's technology. That's the only way they can do these things. It's just all technology.
Some of the balls coming off the bat didn't look right. I got to admit, man, some of them didn't look right. Some of them that didn't make it and some of them that did make it. I was just like, what is going on?
I agree, man. I agree. You know, and those ones coming up short, it just makes you wonder, like, okay, so, I mean, they're doing something. They can do something, no doubt about it, man. Just like in that World Series with the Cubs and the Indians, you know, those are the things they can do, like at the end of the game, just to give you that excitement to, you know, keep people interested.
I want to know how they do it. There's something to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too, but we know they're doing that. It's just so crazy how they can just sync all this stuff up this way.
It is crazy, man.
And the thing with that cousin, his second cousin, I mean, it just makes you wonder if that guy's even his cousin or not. But it's just funny how they just sync all that up with the guy's name and everything.
Well,
even had 111 Gematria, the second cousin.
Right, right.
It's just, all right, man, I just saw that with the Golden State Warriors, how they have all those numbers that line up with the same numbers we've been talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Something going on. All right, man. Good observation. Thank you.
Good call, man. Good call on that home run derby. You nailed it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, man. All right, appreciate it. Thanks. All right. I think Pete Alonso hit 20 in the first round, too. Doesn't he wear the number 20? All right. But coming back to this derby or home run, or what is it called? All-Star game. That's what I mean. Coming back to this All-Star game, the American League leads right now by 1 game. The all-time record is 44 to 43 to 2. There's been 2 ties in history. So, again, today's going to be the 90th game. Remember, 90 equals 33 like Cleveland. I'll just read this real quick. 89 Major League Baseball All-Star games have been played since the inaugural one in 1933. And again, the home run derby last night. A Met wins it for the first time in 33 years. The American League leads the series with 44 victories. 2 games ended in ties. So again, that's how we figure out 44, 43, 2. The National League has the longest winning streak of 11 games. Hold on, we got a call here. Caller.
Hey, so if you look up Justin Verlander goes off on MLB over juiced balls. Juiced ball is in quotes. And so juice balls equals 35, juice ball equals 90.
Doesn't
And
Verlander wear the number 35?
35?
I think he wears 35.
Yeah. So the interesting thing, he was complaining about how the MLB owns, I think, Brawlins, and so now all the balls are changed. And he even mentions, like, it's a fact that they use juice balls during the home run derby, but now they're using it in game. And it's actually come out that they've talked about how there's a reduction in the drag in baseball this year. And Joe Madden had a quote where he's like, "You might as well stamp Titleist on the side of the baseball now."
Huh. Funny.
So if you actually put in 7 in a row today, though, that'd be 55 full reduction. 7 wins equals 58. Freemasonry equals 58. 90 equals 28.
7 in a row, you said? 7 in a row?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And juice ball equals 90, like I was saying. So that fits with the fact that he's the starter. Is the 90th one. What I was also noticing, too, so Justin Verlander is also 1974 and Jewish. 1974 was the 45th All-Star game. And that connects in with Verlander equals 45, as well as 99. So, but in that 1974 All-Star game, it was a score of 2-7 with the National League winning.
The National League won that year. Okay.
Yeah. But it seems today, though, that there is something going on with that.
So Verlander's 45 and the AL could win their 45th.
Yeah. Plus, if you look at the reduction of the overall record, you have some sync there with prime numbers. So 45-43 is like 9-7. 46-43 is like 10-7. 97 is the 25th prime. 107 is the 28th prime. And if it then was that the American League won 2 more in a row, then lost the next one, it would set up 46, 44, and 2, which is like 10-8-2, which is the reflection of 281 or 2801, both of which are prime.
Okay. All right. That's
so I think if they go with the primes, it would seem to fit the American League wins tonight.
Yeah, I'm digging the riddle of 8 in a row because of the last time the National League won. They won 8-0. I want to go back and look at all the games in Cleveland, though, since this is the 6th.
Oh, by the way, last night with Vlad Jr. plus John Schneider, the guy who was pitching to him, that equals 91 full reduction. He finished with 91 homers.
Who finished with 91?
Vlad Jr.
He hit 91 home runs?
Yeah, he had 29, then 40, and then 22.
Are you sure? I thought it extended to 40 because they went into overtime.
Yeah, but it still counts in that round. He had 29, and then he hit 2 in the end or whatever. So then he had 9 more in the tiebreaker stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty remarkable. But yeah, 91 total, and him and his name. Plus, MLB had posted an article where in the graphic it had Vlad Jr. plus John Snyder as the text. So it was very intriguing to have that end up be the result, especially considering that in a lot of these streams you do bring up the fact that the full reduction cipher seems to be the most important. And so for it to match up perfectly last night was sort of interesting. But that was all I had for you today.
All right.
Let's get back to it.
Great work. Thanks. I'm appreciating the phone calls because I got some blueberries here. So it lets me eat. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button. All right. Okay. So the National League has the longest winning streak of 11 games, that master number. The AL held a 13-game unbeaten streak. That started in 97. Now, 97 was the year that Cleveland hosted it last in this same stadium. And they could be on their way to 8 straight at least. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? I just missed your call. Well, you missed a bunch of my calls.
Well, I saw you called a bunch this morning. Sorry. But yeah, when I just hung up the last call, I think I accidentally clicked your missed call, so it dialed. What's going on?
Oh, okay. No, I knew I stopped calling because I saw that you was about to go live. But I was calling, man. I think I figured it out because I'm looking at myself on YouTube. I was going to ask you what all I need to do to make sure I can be seen in the bottom right corner, like you're seen on yours, you know, your live stream. You know, I did the whole OBS thing. So I think I figured it out because I'm looking at myself.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, just if you use QuickTime, just make sure you do the view float on top in the options. Otherwise, when you click on other screens, the camera will go behind whatever else you're looking at.
Okay. No, I'm not on QuickTime. I just got OBS and I'm using like YouTube on the website.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it'll just stay up if you did it that way. That's good.
Yeah, it popped up with some error message, but I just pulled it up on the iPad and I'm like, fuck it, it works. So I ain't tripping.
Nice.
But yeah, I was just talking about you. I'm like, go check out Zach on his Patreon page. And the phone rang. So, but yeah, man, I know you still decoding right now?
I'm doing the All-Star game right now. Yeah, no, I'm doing the live stream right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on my live stream. So
okay,
go ahead, man. Do your thing, man.
All right, keep it up.
All right.
All right, later, man.
Later.
Okay, well, this is interesting that the last AL All-Star streak began in '97 in Cleveland. So notice the 13-game winning streak for the AL that began in Cleveland because, whoops, that began in '97 because that was in Cleveland. So one thought is, well, could this winning streak come to an end? Right now they're on a 13-game winning streak. The AL is on a 6-game winning streak right now. 13, the 6th prime number. So that, I mean, it's possible that they could lose, obviously, so that we got to consider that right there. Caller?
Yeah, what's up, Zach? What you were saying about the you said they on a 13-game win streak in Cleveland?
No. I'm pointing out that well, it actually was an unbeaten streak. In 1997, the AL began a 13-game unbeaten streak, and that was the last time they played in Cleveland was '97 when that streak began. So right now the AL's on a 6-game winning streak, and I'm just wondering if maybe it could end because 13 is the 6th prime number. But there's another part of me that really likes the AL to win at least 8 in a row because the last time the National League won was 2012, and they won 8-0. So I'm like, is that a signal that the AL is going to win 8 straight? So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I just was calling. I didn't hear it clearly. About the article about the Verlander about the juice balls. I want that. Like, get your opinion on it. Like, what do you think? Because Verlander is basically bashing the MLB and basically sounding like you. He's basically saying MLB is a fucking joke right now. That's literally his words. So I wanted you to look into that article and what do you feel like? Like, because what do you feel about him saying that? You know what I mean? About him being in the whole shit anyway, you know?
Well, I mean, he's a veteran, right? He's been in the league longer than almost anybody who's in it right now. So he's watched baseball change. And what I don't know is if those are his own words or if he's put up to saying that or what. Cause
yeah, that's why I wanted you to look into an article, man. I got it on. I went to Google and I just put it's got Astros ace Justin Verlander says MLB uses baseball's turning the game into a joke. And then it goes a whole paragraph, and he curses and says it's a fucking joke and everything. But I mean, it's just crazy that he can just come out and just bash the MLB like that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, I think everybody knows it because even my dad, who's always been on the fence, he just realizes how stupid baseball is this year. He's just like, even all those runs in the London game. He's a big Yankees fan. He's watched baseball his whole life, but he's like, yeah, things just aren't adding up. So. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but and if you put into a joke in the Gematria calculator, you might find something. I know it's 137 and 53, so I know it's the 100 NFL season coming up, and then Super Bowl 53 was just last year. So I don't know, if that's relevant. Something you can try to find out.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into it. So it sounds like I'm trying to see what day he made these remarks on Monday night. So he did it yesterday. But yeah, here's his quote. Major League Baseball's turning the game into a joke. They own Rawlings, and you've got Manfred up here saying it might be the way they center the pill. They own the fucking company. If any other $40 billion company bought out a $400 million company and the product changed dramatically, it's not a guess as to what happened. We all know what happened. Manfred, the first time he came in, what'd he say? He said, we want more offense. All of a sudden he comes in, the balls are juiced. It's not coincidence. We're not idiots. So, yeah, quite a quote.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's basically sound just like you. And it's crazy that that's like, you know what I mean? It's on mainstream like that, and they let that get out. So it's like, it's crazy. You know?
Well, it's just like when they let people know that wrestling was fake. The ratings went up. So nobody's watching baseball. They got to do anything to get people to watch. So yeah.
All right, that's all I wanted to just run that article by. It's just amazing how he could just come out and say that with no problem and still be the starter of the All-Star game. Normally they'll try to blackball you ASAP, but it's like it's a part of their agenda, obviously. So
well, we'll see. He might be the next player dead in his hotel room. So
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
But I'll let you get back to it.
All right. Yeah. Good heads up, man. Thank you. Yeah, that is quite a quote, man. That's quite a quote. So, and then here comes the article's comment. Is this a case of a genuine conspiracy or just Verlander being salty? He's given up the most homers of his career. Talk about the programming. That's what all the trolls say. Whenever I make a video showing how sports are rigged, all the trolls who don't know my work, they show up. They're like, "You're just salty because you're a fan of this team." It's like, no, you fucking idiot. I'm not a fan of any of these teams. Why the conspiracy could be real. I mean, you got to be blind to not see what's going on in baseball. But it's not even just that, right? So, okay, that's the other thing about it. It's like, so Verlander makes it seem like it. So that could also be part of the reason he puts it out, because it makes it seem like, oh, it's not the players, it's the balls. But at the same time, look at what's going on in baseball. Like I was saying yesterday with these shifts and stuff. I mean, the shifts are just the dumbest fucking thing in the world. If you're a good little league player, you can place the ball. So if you're in the major leagues and somebody shifts on you and leaves a 50-foot hole in the infield, you should be able to hit through that all day. I mean, you should be able to bat near 1,000 with a hole like the shifts that they put on in these things. I mean, you should be able to make enough contact to get the ball through that hole. Just shorten up your swing, just like a little chip shot right through the hole. So that could also be part of the thing with Verlander. I mean, I got to imagine that he knows the games are fixed. I mean, he's been playing in the league for a long time. He's part of that Astros team. They just won the World Series the other year by the numbers. So. I wonder what the previous record is for most home runs in a season. So this article is arguing there's no conspiracy. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that is really interesting. That's quite the quote. That might be like the most specific quote I've ever seen calling out any professional sports league. What did juiced balls equal again? Juiced balls. 35, like how he wears number 35. And I mean, just think about Verlander, the wins he's been getting this year. They've all been by the numbers. He got his 213th win on the day leaving, 213 days left in the year. He got his 206th win in Seattle, the 206 area code. There's been some other ones too. I forget. Those two stand out to me though. So anyway, with regards to Verlander, the AL is going for their 45th win. Verlander equals 45. They got the right guy on the mound. Can give up 45 home runs in the first inning for the mockery. Okay, so I was reading this. Okay, so again, the thing that stands out is this AL unbeaten streak, which had wins and a tie in it, began in Cleveland in '97, the last time the All-Star game was there. 13's the 6th prime right now. The AL's on a 6 streak. So I'd say that could be the riddle for the National League to win if they're going to win it. The 13-6 thing. The AL previously dominated from 1933 to 49, winning 12 of the first 16. The NL dominated from 50 to 87, winning 33 of 42, with one tie, including a stretch from 63 to 82 when they won 19 of 20. Since 88, the AL has dominated, winning 24 of 31, with one tie. In 2018, the AL took their first lead in the series since 1963. So, what was that, 55 years later? Today has 55 date numerology. Okay, so last year the AL won 8-6. That was at the Nationals ballpark. I think national equals 86. Yeah, it does. So they took the first lead on the National League last year by winning 8-6, and that game was in the Nationals ballpark. So that was last year. The year before that, they won 2-1. Hold on, I want to see where the stadiums were. History of MLB, All-Star games. All right, I want to go through the Cleveland games. They said this is the 6th game, so this is the most ever in Cleveland. That's interesting. The first game ever in Cleveland was in 34, and the score was 9-7. Just like how they hosted it last in 97, and now today's date can be written 9-7. What's up, Izzy?
Hey, I got a few observations about the All-Star game.
Okay.
First, I noticed the shape of the logo of the All-Star game is the shape of a guitar. I think meaning like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland. I'm not too sure why it's the shape of the guitar. Something if you want to look into. That's one. Another thing I noticed is the game flow. You have to watch for those people.
Where can I find that logo at, Izzy? Is it on the MLB website? I haven't seen that. Where's this logo at? I gotta find it.
No, just look. Just right. All-Star game.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got you.
So that's something like a mix music and sports kind of together.
Okay.
I got something else also for those who listen and they do the live stream, the live betting. We have to watch out for the game flow. It's a lot. The managers play a very strong role with this because the pitcher, Verlander or any other, they might pitch just 1 or 2 innings, and then you have another pitcher, and the same thing with the batter. You might have 1 inning, and then the turnaround, the next rotation, you might have a different set of batters. So the managers is a very integral part of what's going to happen. And don't be surprised. I love writing the trends. The 9th inning runs, all these runs coming on. My lean, if I had a lean, I'm not sure if I'm going to bet this, but I think over the runs, the total is like 8.5 runs, and we've been seeing a lot of runs. So in this season, so I love to ride the trends. So I'm expecting a lot of runs. And minus this, like what you were saying, baseball been kind of boring. And what's more excitement than seeing a long ball or seeing, a triple or a double? I mean, and that's the way I think the game trend is trending towards. It's a lot of runs. And you've seen it, a lot of games. 9th inning comeback, 8th inning comeback, extra innings, 17 innings, 18 inning games. So that's all I got.
All right. Appreciate it, Izzy. Good points. Thanks, man.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, like you can pay attention when the pitcher comes in, pull up his birthday, just see how things line up. Could be big clues. They do switch the pitchers a lot in the All-Star game. So Again, AL, they won it last year. Or hold on, I was going to do the Cleveland thing, and then I was just going to look at recent years where it's at. So Cleveland, the first game there was 9-7. So there's obviously something going on with this 97 in Cleveland. All right, what about the next one? So then they played there the next year. The American League won again. Oh, wait. I screwed up. That game wasn't in Cleveland. Never mind. The winning pitcher was for Cleveland. Okay. So first game in Cleveland was on July 8th, which was the day of the All-Star game this year. It's interesting that that was 1935 because yesterday was the 35th All-Star game. The winning pitcher was from New York as well. New York and Cleveland. It's like a guy from New York. Well, the last two times the Derby's been in Cleveland, a guy from New York's won the Derby. Okay. So July 8th. Okay. So 1-0 with the AL. These are Cleveland pitchers. Cleveland, 1954. So 2-0 for the American League in games in Cleveland. The National League won this one in 63. You know what? I got to write this down. I got to write it down. We got to look at it more clearly once I get it all down here. All right, hold on. This will be the 6th game in Cleveland. History of Cleveland games. All right, let's see. Let me see here. So, July 8th, 1935. July 8th, 1935. AL won 4-1. Okay. And then that was the second one, right? July 13th, 1954. Can't type. AL won 11-9. Is that what it was? All right, so that was that. I guess we'll scan down this way. Oh, you know what though? Shoot. The problem is, okay, actually, okay, I can't figure it out that way. All right, July 9th. So July 9th. So it's been played here on July 9th, the National League won. And remember, we saw National League equals 79. So on this day in history in Cleveland, the National League won 5-3. And that was 56 years ago. Okay. July 9th, 1963. NL won 5-3. And we know that National League equals 79. Date 7-9. Let me make sure that's right. National League, I believe that's what I typed in earlier. Yeah, National League 79. You know what else, though, is interesting? National League's also 137, right? And the game prior was July 13th, 13/7. They didn't win that year. I'm just going to make that note, too. National League equals 137. Date 13/7. Okay. Just keep scanning down until I see the Indians again. Cleveland Indians, August 9th, 1981. National League won that too. August 1981, NL1. What was the score? 5-4 baseball numbers. Right. Cleveland Indians. July 8th. July 8th, 1997. NL1. 3-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, today's the latest. July 9th, 2019. So, well, something that stands out to me then is NL leads 3-2. And what do we know about Cleveland and 33? Cleveland equals 33. AL can even series 3-3 with a W. We just saw the winner of the home run derby win, 33 years after the last time a New York Met won. We can look at the history of the home run derbies too with these recent years. So, or never mind, because the home run derby started in 85. So there, for the home run derby, there's only been 2 there, and we know Tino Martinez of the New York Yankees won last time. So the AL won the home run derby, then the NL won the All-Star game. Maybe this time it'll be, since National League won the home run derby, maybe the AL wins it. This is a little tight, though. The 13-6 thing worries me a bit, but man, 3-3 in Cleveland, that seems right. And again, this is the year of the 115th World Series. American League is also 115. Pete Alonso won, winning 33 years after the Mets last won it. And we know New York is 33 too. And in 1997, Tino Martinez of the New York Yankees won the home run derby. And he has the same birthday as Pete Alonso. And the NL won the All-Star game. Thus, could the AL win it? Or hold on. All-Star game this year since the NL won the Derby. All right, so AL, NL, NL. The NL's won 3 in a row there. How about the runs scored? AL has scored, let's see, 4, 15, 18, 22, 23 runs. Cleveland. NL has scored 1, 10, 15, 23. That's funny. Let me just make sure I counted right. 4, 15, 18, 22, 23, 8, 13. Wait, 8, 13. Yeah, that's right. 23, 23. Huh. Okay. It's really hard to go against 33 in Cleveland. That's just such a big number with that city. It's just like the year the Cavs came back from down 1-3. They were the 33rd team to be in that situation and the first to win it. What other clues could there be? Again, this is the year of the 115th World Series. American League equals 115. You know, let's look more at this. Let's see who won the World Series in each of these years. Maybe there's some bigger clues here because we just saw how history repeated itself with 97. Let's link this here. All right. 1935 World Series. Again, this was the year of the 35th home run derby too. I'm going to make that note here. This was the year of the 35th home run derby. Remember, Strawberry equals 149, the 35th prime. Darryl Strawberry, the last man to do it. And Cleveland hosted the All-Star game for the first time in 1935, and the AL won. Today, number 35, Verlander, is on the mound for the AL. Okay. All right, 1935 World Series, Detroit Tigers won over the Cubs. Don't think it's going to be the Tigers' year. Chicago's 35. Chicago went down in 35. All right, what was the next year, 54? 1954 World Series. The New York Giants won it, so we had a New York winner that year. The Giants beat the Indians that year. New York, Cleveland. Okay. 1963 World Series. The Dodgers beat the Yankees that year. '63. Hold on, I gotta think real quick. So this was 84 years ago, 65 years ago. 65 years ago. New York Yankees, 65. And hey, speaking of which, I want to show you guys something about the standings real quick. I want you to see something about the MLB standings at the break. Notice Tampa Bay is 6.5 back on the Yankees. New York Yankees, 65. And then, again, the team I'm liking in the National League right now, they're 6.5 games back too. Don't forget Philadelphia equals 65. So does Bryce Harper. And don't forget this either. We talked about this when it happened the day of. On May 7th, remember how on July 5th, our other 5-7 date, the Yankees got their 57th win, World Series 57. The Phillies beat the New York Mets. The Yankees beat the Mariners that day 5-4. Remember, they ended up getting Encarnacion, whose full name equals 129 days for the World Series. And then the other Mariners player that was traded, besides the Yankees, was the slugger. Can't even think of his name right now. His full name equals 129. He was traded to the Phillies. And notice the Phillies on this day won 11-1 over St. Louis, 11-1. New York won 11. And remember what St. Louis is. St. Louis equals 115. This is the year of the 115th World Series. So on May 7th and July 5th, we got riddles. And consider Seattle equals 19, right? They're the only city that equals 19. Cardinals are the only team in the base cipher that has a connection to 115. Well, Miller Park for the Brewers is also 115, but Cardinals or St. Louis equals 115. So cities, Seattle 19, St. Louis 115, 2019, the year of the 115th World Series. I'm digging the Phillies and the Mariners. I really want to see where Bumgarner's going to get traded to. The trade deadline is July 31st. So I imagine they'll trade him sooner than later. I think where Bumgarner goes could be the big clue. He's going to get traded to that team on 115 career wins. So, hold on. Somebody's sending some text messages. Let me check them out just in case they're part of the live stream. Someone in chat is saying the AL leads in Cleveland 3-2. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back and verify. All right, hold on. Did I screw up? All right, so the first one was in 35. The American League won. The next one was in 54. And the American League won that. They were up 2-0. And what was it, 60? 63. The National League won that. So the AL was up 2-1. And what year was it? 81. The National League won that. So it was 2-2. And then 97. Oh, I screwed up. Yeah. Okay, I screwed up. The American League leads 3-2. This is true. I messed up. Good catch. Okay. So AL leads 3-2. Okay, I take it back. AL leads 3-2. I saw that NL down here. For some reason, it stood out on that one. But yeah, American League won it. Okay, so the AL leads 3-2. Okay, so if the AL leads, then if the AL loses, it'll be 3-3, that big Cleveland 33 number. And we see in history that on this day, July 9th, the NL won 5-3. All right, I gotta have all these notes here. Hold on, I got to go back and think about this one more time. 1935, that's the year the Cubs lost to Detroit. So the American League won the All-Star game, and the I'm just going to make notes about this. 1935, Tigers beat Cubs in World Series. And 1954, see if we can figure out something bigger than just who's going to win the All-Star game tonight. 1954, the Giants beat the Cleveland Indians. Giants beat Indians in World Series. And 1963. '63 World Series. Dodgers beat the Yankees, swept them. And 1981. Dodgers beat the Yankees again. '97. Was that Indians too that year? Marlins beat the Indians, yeah. Okay. So the guess the National League would have won. The National League's won the World Series every year except for 35. Huh. All right, well, man. okay, so you have that 13-6 thing in favor of the National League. You have the fact that the National League won on this day in history, July 9th, which was how many years ago again? 63. That's 56 years ago. Hold on, is National League is 56 too. So they won 56 years ago on this day. The National League won the All-Star game in Cleveland 56 years ago on this day. And here, I'm just gonna. So National League is 56 and 79. I guess that would be history repeating itself, huh? And that year, the Dodgers won the World Series. Dodgers manager for All-Star game. So again, 63 was the year that happened. The Dodgers won the World Series that year. This year you got Dave Roberts of the Dodgers as the manager. All right. And again, if the AL did lose, whoops, NL can even series 3-3 with a win here. So if the National League wins, the series will be 3-3 in Cleveland. Let me think about something else here real quick. American League. So 56 years ago would have been the 59th World Series. 32 years ago was the 83rd. See something about that. 83rd World Series. Okay. 32 years ago is 1987 World Series. The Twins won the World Series that year, so the American League won it. What I'm saying is, so the Twins won it the Twins won the 83rd World Series. That's interesting because Minnesota's 38 too. So I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna let's look at the All-Star game that year too. 1987 All-Star game. Who won? So the National League beat the American League that year. And that would have been the year of the, oh wait, maybe that's wrong because there was a lockout year. Shit. What was the MLB lockout year? MLB lockout year. 94. Okay, so the 83rd World Series was actually 33 years ago. It was 1982. Wait a minute. No. My math's wrong. 1986. 1986. Yeah. The Mets won that year. So the National League won that year of the 83rd World Series. And then 22 years before that, 1964. 19 World Series. The National League won that too. Cardinals over Yankees. Okay. Let's see if the same thing's true with the National League. So years that correspond with American League for World Series count, the National League's been winning. So the 79th World Series, that would have been 37 years ago. So 1982. Well, the National League did win that year. So we can't get anything definitive from that then. It's too bad. I'm doing my math right. So I'm screwing up the math. No, that's right. 56, so 23 years before that. 1959 World Series. The National League won that year too. All right. Well, I'm actually thinking the National League is going to win this. 3-3 in Cleveland just seems too good. So, all right. So the big things here that go in favor of the National League is, hold on, where's my notes at? Okay. So the American League started a 13-game winning streak in Cleveland in 97. Or it wasn't winning, unbeaten streak because there was a tie in there, but 13 games without losing. 13's the sixth prime. The AL's on a 6-game winning streak right now. If they lose, that streak will be snapped at 6. 13, the sixth prime. So a streak could start in Cleveland for the AL and end there. And you'd have the prime number relationship, 13 and 6. And the National League won their first game in Cleveland July 9th, 1963. That was exactly 56 years ago today. National League's 56 and 79. Like how today's July 9th, 7-9. National League does equal 137 to like 13-7. The AL did win the game on 13-7 in Cleveland, but there's only been one game before on July 9th, and the NL did take it. And it's interesting how it's 56 years later on the exact same day. So that 13-6 thing has me going, and so does this. And then also, if the NL wins, they're 3-3 versus the AL in Cleveland, and Cleveland's 33. And progressive. Cleveland, yeah. Yeah, I don't. The score that one year was 11-9 there. Indians 119. That's probably what that was about. Both teams have scored 23 runs against each other today at Cleveland, which is interesting too. But yeah, I like the 3-3. I like the 3-3 even series with the National League win. I like the 13-6 thing, and then I like this tribute to history. So again, the thing that could go in the American League's favor if they did win is Verlander is on the mound. Verlander equals 45, and the American League leads 44 to 43 to 2 right now. If the American League won, they'd get their 45th win with Verlander on the mound. Make sure I didn't miss something with the managers here. Alex Cor. Oh, that's interesting. Alex Cora 79, like the date. Cora. Dave Roberts. Put this up here about. Oh, I guess I did have it up here. Never mind, I didn't forget. Again, the National League pitcher, it's 106 days after his birthday. He wears number 99. Verlander wears number 35. But it's 106 days after Ryu's birthday. All-Stars 106. That's interesting. Dave Roberts is the right age in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, OH is also 47. Let's see here. It being the 90th All-Star game as well. Remember when you write up 90, it equals 33? So that could also play into the NFL or the NL evening it up at 3-3. All right. All right. Yeah, I think those are my thoughts. I got to lean National League. Yeah. The only real riddle for the AL that I see is just that Verlander's 45. Now going back through the history and seeing that, you know, in the years where there's correspondence with American League Gematria, doesn't mean the AL will win. So can't doubt the 33 in Cleveland, especially since it's the 90th year. But again, recent scores, recent years, the AL won last year 8-6. They won the year before 2-1. Hold on, let's look at these venues in recent years. Next year, the Dodgers got it, no, then the Braves. Isn't Dodgers 45? If you use the rule for S, Dodgers is 45. I'm just thinking that if it was tied 44-44 next year, the winner would take the lead with the 45th at the Dodger Stadium. But okay, 8-6 last year at the Nationals Park. Nationals 86. Maybe that's a clue that they win this year. All right. The year before it was in the National League Park too, the American League won. Petco Park, that's San Diego, American League won. Great American Ballpark, that's Cincinnati, American League won. Minnesota, that's AL, American League won. Mets, American League won. So in this 6-game winning streak, 5 of the parks have been National League parks, which is interesting. The National League won in Kauffman Stadium, who plays in the same division as Cleveland. See, that was the first thing that had me going, though, was that the National League won that game 8-0. And I was thinking, does that mean the American League will win 8 straight? It's possible, but I don't know. Today's riddle's looking better for the National League to me, so. See if there's ever been anything like that in history. There's been a shutout and then a streak that corresponded. The National League won 6-0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God, they won a lot more than 6. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. So the National League won 6-0, and then the American League went on that 13-game unbeating streak. 13's the 6th prime. Huh. I gotta add that to the note. Prior to the AL going on the 13, this should say unbeaten streak. Okay. All right. National League. Won 4 in a row. Okay. Well, I just see some of the shutouts. There wasn't the closest thing is that 13-6 streak. Kauffman Stadium. I'm pretty sure that doesn't equal 80. Kauffman Stadium. No, it does not. Oh, look at who was the losing pitcher in that game. Look at that. Justin Verlander was. So the last time the National League won, Justin Verlander was the losing pitcher. Almost overlooked that. And right now, the big story in baseball is what Justin Verlander said about the league, and the media, I'm sure, is going to make him out to be a conspiracy theorist. Huh. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wasn't Justin Verlander... Oh, never mind. Go back and look at the box score for this game. 2012 MLB All-Star Game box score. Okay. I wanted to see that box score. We should look at Justin Verlander's career All-Star games. That could be another big clue. Where is the pitching? What? They don't have the stats? 154 balls thrown. I love that. That's funny. But I can't see the... Wonder if anybody would have it. All right, here we go. Verlander, 1 inning pitch, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned ones, 45 ERA. Funny. Verlander, 45. let's see. Justin Verlander All-Star Game history. Let's see. This is Verlander's 8th All-Star game. Perfect. It's 2019, 19th prime. And it will be his 2nd All-Star start. His other came in the 2012 All-Star game in Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium, so that's when he lost. At the end of this season's first half. This is Ryu's first All-Star game. '18. The stat here, 18 of 22 is interesting. Almost makes you want to go, oh, 19 in 2019. What I'm noticing, though, is if they lost the AL, they would have won 18 of 23. 23 is the 9th prime. The numerology of 18 is 9. Yeah, I'm going to take the National League. I think they're going to get it. Again, I like them evening up the series 3-3 in Cleveland. I like this 13-6 thing. Again, the AL had an unbeaten streak that began in Cleveland in 97 of 13 games. That's the 6th prime. They've won 6 in a row. That streak can end here tonight. And prior to the AL going on that 13-game unbeaten streak, the NL won 6-0. The last time the NL won, Justin Verlander was the losing pitcher. That was Verlander's only other All-Star game start. So there's something too. And also, this was the other big one. The last time in Cleveland that they played on July 9th, the National League won, and that was 56 years ago, and National League's 56 and 79. Here, I just realized one more thing we can do real quick. This is the only other thing I can think to look at is games on July 9th in history. So just scan it here. July 9th, National League won. Okay. So 1-0 on July 9th. The American League has won. Okay, 1-1 on July 9th. Let's see here. The American League won. So the American League up 2-1 on July 9th. Right here, this is the one in Cleveland. National League won, so 2-2 on July 9th. The National League won here in 68, so National League up 3-2 on July 9th. The American League won on July 9th here, 3-3. The National League won 4-3. Tie, 4-3-1. Okay, so the National League's leads 4-3-1. Isn't 431 prime? 431. 83rd prime. What about 31? All right, let me add that to the notes too. National League leads 4-3-1 on games played on July 9th. Four 41 has a square root of 21. Let's see. Wait a minute. 431 was the 83rd prime. American League's 83. Yeah, I'm gonna stick. I'm leaning National League. The 3-3 in Cleveland. That's a big one. Again, just to be thorough, the narrative for the American League to win would be the fact that the last time the National League won, they won 8-0. If that is a clue that a streak of 8 games is coming, but we look through the history, there wasn't any pattern of something like that happening. I mean, it is possible, but if they were going for their 8th straight this year, I'd be on that because it's 2019. 19 is the 8th prime, but they could only win 7 straight this year. And the only other thing is Verlander getting his the American League the 45th win because Verlander's 45. But again, last time Verlander started, the National League won, and that's when the winning streak began. So I think things are better here for the NL. All right, let me check the chat real quick. National League 53. So if they became 5-3, is that right? National League's 53. Is National 53? I'm not sure where the National League 53 thing is. Oh, 241, the 53rd prime. Is that what you were thinking? Maybe that's what you were thinking. Let's check here. Yeah, I was thinking about 531. I'm not sure where that number would tie in. But I like the 3-3 thing in Cleveland a whole lot. Oh, you guys want to look for the All-Star. Here, we can do that. We can look for the All-Star. Here, let's see if we can figure out some pattern with that's a good thought, to see if we can figure out the All-Star. Okay, hold on. Let me let's pull up the list of recent All-Star game winners. MLB All-Star game winners. There's got to be a list here. Maybe it just says who the All-Star is. Does it say? MVP. Okay, yeah. All right, so last year it was Bregman. All right, let's see how that lined up with Bregman last year. Alex Bregman, birthday, March 30th. March 30th, 2019. Whoops. The date of the game was July 17th. matter what year it is. So it was 109 days after his birthday, or his 110th day of his age last year. Let's see here. Alex Bregman. MVP. Most valuable player. What's the name of the award? What is the name of the MLB All-Star Game MVP award? Maybe that's just what it's called. MLB All-Star Game MVP. 187.61. All right. How about who won it before? Robinson Cano. Eric Hosmer, Mike Trout, Rivera. Let's see. $262 days. Not quite. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not going to be an easy thing to track. Let's see. He's got almost the same birthday as Cano. Huh, 200. All right. So in back-to-back years, it was 262 days from the guy's birthday. That's interesting. It wasn't that way last year with Bregman, though. But that's weird. Trout birthday. Yeah, I feel like I am fishing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure there's a way you can figure this out, honestly. There must be some rhyme and reason to it, but maybe it's not this. July 14th that year. $2015. Let's see. $341 days, which means it was 24 to his birthday. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think we're gonna be able to figure that out. It's not like the Super Bowl. You can figure out the Super Bowl, but anyway, it looks pretty good for the National League. So Khan says Arenado would be the 6th third baseman to win the All-Star Game MVP. So 6. That's an interesting thought because it is the 6th game in Cleveland, and they could end the streak at 6. I guess you can get a little 6 riddle there too, with the National League winning as well. What's Arenado's birthday? Or his first name? Nolan. That's right, Nolan Arenado. April 16th. He's born on the 106th day of the year. All-Stars 106. He's got the right birthday. Just like how Ryu's pitching 106 days after his birthday. April 16th to today. 84 days after his birthday. If only it was 83. He's a Colorado player. I guess the All-Star festivities started 83 days after his birthday. So yeah, that's a good find that he'd be the 6th third baseman. Is that right? This is the 58th. Is this going to be the 58th MVP? Let me check that out. They didn't, or here, hold on. Where's that list? I guess, does it just start? They didn't used to do it back in the day. So they didn't do it until 62. 58th MVP. I need MLB. Do I have to go through and count? Two winners that year. I counted 58 winners because that one year there was 2. So this year's winner would be the 59th. Here, I'll count one more time. 6. I'll count out loud. So through Rivera, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 through Suzuki. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 through Ripken. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 through Conine. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 through Bo Jackson. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 through Griffey. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. There were 2 that year. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. So there's been 58 winners because that one year there was 2. And then one year they didn't give it out at all, which is weird. I don't understand that. I guess that's because it was a draw that year. So no MVP. So it'll be the 59th winner of the award. The 58th year that somebody will receive the award, but 59th winner. Because I saw somebody write that Arenado equals 58. I guess the 58 could still play because it'll be the 58th year it's awarded. All right, hold on. 2019 MLB All-Star teams. Where's my rosters? Here we go. Don't I just have my... All right. So we'll just... It's too bad you can't just insert it all like in an Excel table, like a whole list, but here, it doesn't take too long. I'll go through and plug in each guy. Just see if anyone's... Jorge Polanco's got a 59. Cole Brantley. Brantley's got a 67, the 19th prime. Sanchez. Alex Bregman. Probably not going to be the AL, though. I mean, they could win, but it looks better for the NL if you ask me. Carlos Santana. Mike Trout. Mike Trout likes the All-Star game. Let's see, DJ Mayhew for the Yankees. George Springer. All right, let me see. Did I put Verlander in there? Yeah, I did. All right, so those are the AL guys. So one guy had the 59 connection, Polanco. He also had the 58 connection, huh? 58 and 59. All right. Where are you? Kuna Jr. Could a Brave do it in the Indians Park? Another number I'd be looking for is 90, right? It's the 90th All-Star game, Progressive Field 90. Scan this again and just see. Wilson Contreras. Nolan Arenado. Whoops, wrong button. Cody Bellinger, he's got a 67, 19th prime. That's a name they're trying to make. Got his coach as the manager. Javier Baez. Baez, National League trying to get their 44th win. 55 date numerology. And I thought Yelich had a bad back. I believe today is 216 days after Yelich's birthday, because I'm pretty sure yesterday was his 216th day of his age. Christian Yelich, December 5th. Let me double check that. Yeah, today is 216 days after Yelich's birthday. That's the Cleveland area code. Okay. Make a note here. Yelich is playing, right? He's going to play? Let's see. Home. Yeah, he's going to play. Okay, there we go. So that's really interesting, right? It's 216 days after his birthday, 216 area code. You can't sleep on that one. I really should look at just their last names too, shouldn't I? All right, hold on. Let me just go through the full names first. The game is 216 days after Yelich's birthday. 216 Cleveland area code. All right, so there's one thing. I'm not seeing it. Baez. Javier Baez equals 4455. 55 date numerology. NL going for 44th All-Star game win. Here, let's see how things line up with his birthday. That could make some sense. Javier Baez birthday. December 1st. So 220 days after his birthday. Not as interesting as Yelich. Freddie Freeman. All right, I'll just punch in the names as we just go along and see if anything stands out. Bellinger's got the 67, the 19th prime. Bellinger. Is MVP 51? MVP's 51 like Bellinger. Cody Bellinger equals 67, 19th prime, 2019. Bellinger equals 51. MVP equals 51. Let's see. July 13th, National League equals 137. Okay, Nolan Arenado. Arenado equals 58. 58th year of MVP award. It's technically the 59th year though, right? Or I guess 58th year MVP award can be awarded because it wasn't awarded that one year. All right. Josh Bell. Wilson Contreras. Contreras is 58 too. Let's see. May 13th. Ooh, 57 days after his birthday or his 58th day of his age. So he's got the double 58 thing going. Marte. 78 and 33 like Cleveland. Acuna Jr. I'm spelling it without the C on purpose. Baseball. Okay. Can he plays for the Braves, Indians, Braves. December 18th. 203 days. Okay, we know Ryu, it's 106 days after his birthday. All-Stars 106. Ryu's 19 too. Okay. George Springer, now we're in the AL. Springer. Nobody had a 90, did they? No one's got the 90. It's too bad. Yeah, no one's got it. Springer's 106 like All-Star. Let me see. All-Star. 52 and 106. Springer equals 52, 106. All-Star equals 52, 106. Okay, LeMahieu. Okay. Trout's won it plenty of times. Trout. Let's just see how it lines up with his birthday for kicks since he's won it so many times. Kind of like the LeBron James of the league right now. August 7th. 29 days to his upcoming birthday. All right, Carlos Santana. The All-Star logo, his name's 119 and 47 like Indians. The All-Star logo is a guitar. Carlos Santana. Got his name 70, 119, 47, Santana. Perfect. He's the hometown guy. All right. Martinez. Whoop. Martinez is 106 like All-Star. All right. Bregman. Who won it last year, right? Bregman's 33 like Cleveland. Sanchez. Okay. Brantley is 97 like the date, 119, 47 like Indians. Okay. Polanco again. Polanco. This year will be 59th MVP award in 58th year given out. But again, I'm not thinking the AL is going to win, so it's probably not going to happen. Okay. All right. Verlander equals 45. AL going for 45th All-Star game win. Okay. I got to say, to me, the most interesting thing is that it's 216 days after Yelich's birthday. That's the Cleveland area code. He's one of the names baseball's trying to create. So, and yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that stands out the most to me. Why'd they have him sit out the baseball game, really, too? You know, we saw it was lined up for Alonso, but it's like maybe he sits out that because he's going to claim his honor at the All-Star game. I think that's the riddle I'm digging the most for the potential All-Star. Think of all the 6 riddles on the board, too. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. Let me make a note about that. AL has won 6 straight. This is 6th game in Cleveland. What else am I missing? There must be another 6 up there. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to make a review video just like yesterday. I'm just going to review what we're looking at in this All-Star game. And I'll just say this. I expect the National League to win, but before I get to why, I'm going to say what the narratives are for the AL to win. So the American League narrative is that they've won 6 in a row, and the last time the National League won 8-0. So that could be a clue that the AL is going to win 8 straight. But we went through the history of the All-Star game, and we've never seen that there's been a shutout game, and then the winning score was the number of streaks that the other league went on. It hasn't happened before, but it could happen. So if the AL won 2 in a row, they'd win 8 straight, just like the NL last one in 2012, 8-0. Another riddle for the American League is they lead 44-43-2. There's been 2 ties, and Verlander's on the mound. Verlander equals 45. He could help the American League get their 45th win. Major League equals 45. Big number. Also, American League equals 115. This is the year of the 115th World Series, but we've seen in corresponding American League Gematria years, that doesn't mean the AL's won the All-Star game or the World Series. So, that said, the reason I like the National League to win is right here. This will be the 6th game in Cleveland. And if the National League wins, they'll become 3-3 against each other. As we know, Cleveland equals 33. Last night, we had a player from New York. New York equals 33. Win the home run derby for the first time in 33 years since a Mets player had won it. So we know the 33 is playing right now in this All-Star game series. So the NL wins. It's 3-3 in Cleveland all time. There's only been 1 game on July 9th in Cleveland. The National League won that game on 7-9. They won it with a score of 5-3. And notice National League equals 79. It also equals 56. July 9th, 1963 was 56 years ago. So history can repeat itself 56 years later. It's funny that all-time these teams have scored 23 runs against each other in games in Cleveland. All-time runs scored 23-23. The NL trails right now 2-3, or the AL leads 3-2. On games played on July 9th, all-time in history, the National League leads currently 4-3-1. If you lose that tie, the National League could win and become 5-3. And remember, the last time they played on July 9th, the score was 5-3. That could also be a clue. The other thing is, the last time the National League won the All-Star game, the starting pitcher was Justin Verlander. And Verlander's the starter for the American League as well. Before he was a Detroit Tiger, now he's a Houston Astro. So it could be deja vu if Verlander got the loss. The last time he pitched, he gave up 5 runs in the first inning, an ERA of 45. Verlander equals 45, Major League 45. Right now, Verlander's front and center for his criticism of the MLB. He says it's obvious the balls are juiced this year. They're trying to create more offense. Called the league a joke. That's the top story in MLB today, the day of the All-Star game. Controversy sells. So those are the big ones. I think the riddle's stronger for the National League. And as for people who could possibly win the All-Star game, Yelich sat out the home run derby yesterday, but he's going to play today. Today will be 216 days after his birthday. That's the Cleveland area code. Just makes me wonder, could he be the All-Star? He's got the perfect birthday alignment in Cleveland. And to date, there's been 58 people to win the MVP award. One year, 2 people won it. One year, there was a draw, so they didn't give out an award. So this will be the 59th year they give out the award. Or excuse me, it'll be the 58th year they give out the award, and it'll be the 59th person to win it. Out of all the starters, there's only one guy who has a connection to 59 and 58, and that's Jorge Polanco in the American League. So the AL would have to win for him to be a candidate. In the NL, there's a couple of guys with 58 connections. Arenado equals 58. So does Contreras, and in Contreras' case, the game's on his 58th day of his age. So there's some other possibilities. If there's going to be a riddle with 58 and 59, since that corresponds with how many times the award's been given out and received. If it doesn't have anything to do with that, Cody Bellinger, a name they're trying to build up just like Yelich. His name equals 67, the 19th prime. It's 2019. Bellinger equals 51 like MVP. I'll link all these notes down below. You know, Javier Baez has a little narrative. Javier Baez equals 44 and 55. 55 date numerology. By the way, Chicago Cubs is 55, who he plays for. And the NL is going for its 44th All-Star game win. So let you think about it. Picking the All-Star isn't easy, but man, Yelich 216 days after his birthday. So maybe it's his redemption for being made to sit out the home run derby for the Pete Alonso ritual. But these are my thoughts, and we'll see how they play tonight. Be back tomorrow. Again, please, if you got things to call in, question about, share, tomorrow would be a great day to do it. It's a slow baseball period right now. It's a slow sports stretch period, but great day for conversation tomorrow. Questions, things to think about. So we'll leave it there. Good luck. Till next time, Truth Seeker.